between them. She felt like a gunslinger in the Old West, meeting this man at high noon, ready to duel to the death. It was a silly notion, but she couldn't shake it. He looked her up and down.
My twin told me the strangest story a while back. Apparently, while speaking to him, you insinuated that you and I had an intimate history.
Did I? She most definitely had. It was too much fun to pull at Will's whiskers, and doing it via his twin had been an added bonus.
You did. Don't do it again.
Annoyance flared that he thought he could dole out commands, and she'd automatically obey. Will Reaver? Rochelle's voice saved her from saying something unforgivable in front of witnesses. They glanced at the secretary, and then Will turned back to Penelope, all expression gone from his face.
I'll be seeing you.
She hated how he could do that, could rile her with a few choice words, and then walk away as if none of it really mattered. She made herself stand there and wait for him to disappear through the office door. To do anything else would reek of running away, and she refused to give him the satisfaction. As soon as the door closed behind him, she turned a smile on the secretary. Thank you so much for calling me, Rochelle. Sure thing, Pen. The older woman grinned right back. Your father was one of the best, so of course I'd make sure his daughter was on the list when John needed a business consultant for the bar. She kept her smile from becoming strained through sheer force of will. Her reputation was growing, but her father had over a decade to make a name for himself. If she wanted to surpass that, and she very much did, she'd have to set aside any possible distractions and put all she had into getting new accounts and making them successful. As amusing as she found poking at Will Reaver, in the long run, it didn't matter what he thought of her. The only thing that mattered was she had that contract all but signed, and as a result, was one step closer to her goal of being New York's premier business consultant. She fished her phone out of her purse and dialed Addison. The best way to get over how much Will unsettled her was to start the celebrations. She checked her watch as the phone rang. 4 p.m. If she moved now, she shouldn't have a problem securing a reservation at the newest up-and-coming restaurant, courtesy of Carson and Associates. Addison finally answered, sounding out of breath. Pen, I didn't expect to hear from you. I know we have plans next week, but I just landed a huge account. Meet me for drinks? I wish I could. I have plans with Kane tonight. A murmur in the background. Okay, fine. Technically, I have plans with him right this second. Heat rushed to Penelope's face as she realized there was a decent chance she'd just interrupted something intimate. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. Just pretend I didn't call. Addison laughed. Don't worry about it. I'll see you next Monday, though? Definitely. Perfect. Talk to you then. Penelope hung up, feeling curiously adrift. She and Addison had been good friends for the last few years. They got together for a drink whenever they could in between pursuing their own careers. But ever since her best friend had gone down to Tennessee to match a CEO and come back with him as her boyfriend instead, it seemed like things had shifted. It was only a matter of time before he proposed, and they were already talking about a family and a life that was completely foreign to Penelope. She loved seeing Addison happy and wouldn't change that for the world, but she couldn't help feeling left out. She turned down the street and started walking. Having a family and children was everything Addison had ever wanted, and had never let herself believe she'd have a chance at again. It was wonderful to see her finally on the cusp of realizing her dreams. Those things weren't on Penelope's horizon now, and she wasn't sure they ever would be. She liked the way things were. She loved her job, loved taking a business on the brink of ruin and turning it into something else, something successful. She'd single-handedly taken her father's dream and brought it to the next level, and the pride in his eyes when she filled him in on each new account was worth more than gold. How could a relationship or new family compare to that? Dad had tried to have both, and it almost ruined Carson and Associates. If that wasn't an argument to shelve thoughts of wasting time in her personal life